When you think about the golden era of MTV, certain faces come to mind. They were the cool, older siblings we never had, guiding us through the world of music and culture. Ananda Lewis was one of those faces. She burst onto the scene in the late 1990s, first on BET's Teen Summit and then as a VJ on MTV. Her energy was infectious. She wasn't just reading from a script, she was living and breathing the music. Ananda had a way of connecting with artists and audiences that felt real and unscripted. It was a time when music television was at its peak, and she was at the center of it all, a true queen in her element. Her style was a major part of her appeal. Ananda was effortlessly cool, a mix of hip-hop authenticity and California ease. She rocked everything from bold hairstyles to unique tattoos, setting trends without even trying. This wasn't a manufactured image, it was just who she was. People were drawn to her because she felt like one of them, but elevated. In 1999, the New York Times rightfully called her the reigning it girl of the hip-hop generation. She hosted iconic shows like Total Request Live and Hot Zone, becoming a daily presence in millions of homes and shaping the musical tastes of a whole generation of young people. What made Ananda so special was her intelligence and her genuine curiosity. She was a proud graduate of Howard University, a historically Black university known for producing leaders and thinkers. She brought that sharp mind to her interviews. She could joke around with a pop star one minute, and then ask a serious, thought-provoking question the next. This depth made her stand out from the crowd of television personalities. She wasn't just a host, she was a journalist, a conversationalist, and a role model who showed that you could be smart, stylish, and successful all at once. Her presence was powerful. Her popularity was undeniable. She was a trusted voice in a rapidly changing cultural landscape. When Ananda introduced a new video or sat down with a superstar artist, you paid attention. She had a credibility that couldn't be faked. It came from her deep love for the culture she was representing and her respect for the people who created it. She was more than just a VJ, she was a cultural ambassador. Her time at MTV cemented her status as an icon, a trailblazer who opened doors for others and left a permanent mark on the world of music television. Ananda's ambition and talent couldn't be contained to just hosting music video countdowns. She was destined for more. In 2001, she took a major step forward by launching her very own daytime talk show, aptly titled The Ananda Lewis Show. This was a huge deal. It was a platform where she could steer the conversation, tackling a wide range of topics that were important to her and her audience. The show was a reflection of her personality, smart, compassionate, and always engaging. She moved from the fast-paced world of live music television to a more intimate setting, proving her versatility as a broadcaster. The show covered everything from social issues and current events to celebrity interviews and personal relationships. Ananda approached every segment with the same sincerity that had made her a star on MTV. She created a space where people felt comfortable sharing their stories. While the show only ran for one season, it was a significant achievement. It demonstrated her desire to create meaningful content and connect with people on a deeper level. It was a bold move that showcased her growth as a media professional and her commitment to using her voice for more than just entertainment, even if it was a short-lived venture. Her work in television didn't stop there. Ananda continued to be a familiar face on our screens, taking on various hosting gigs for networks like A&E and TLC. Each project allowed her to explore different facets of her interests. Her natural charisma and professionalism made her a sought-after talent. It was during this period that her national recognition soared even higher. In 2000, she was named one of People magazine's 50 most beautiful people in the world. This wasn't just about her striking looks. It was a testament to her inner beauty, her intelligence, and the positive energy she radiated to the world. This chapter of her life showed her incredible range. Ananda was not someone who could be put in a box. She was constantly evolving, pushing herself to take on new challenges. She had proven herself as a VJ and a talk show host, solidifying her place as a respected figure in the television industry. Her journey was an inspiration, showing that you could start in one place and branch out to conquer new territories. She was building a career that was entirely her own, on her own terms, and her audience was right there with her, cheering her on every step of the way. For a time, Ananda Lewis stepped away from the constant glare of the public spotlight. She chose a quieter life, focusing on new passions and her growing family. She had a son, Langston, with her partner Harry Smith, and embraced motherhood with the same passion she had brought to her career. In a surprising but fitting move, she also became a skilled carpenter and contractor. She found joy in building and creating with her hands, a craft that required precision, strength, and artistry. It was a different kind of construction, but it was still about making something beautiful and lasting, just as she had done on television. Then, in October 2020, Ananda returned to the public eye to share a deeply personal and difficult story. She revealed that she had been diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer 2 years earlier. In a powerful and emotional video, she spoke directly to her followers, explaining that the disease had since progressed to stage 4, metastasizing to other parts of her body. Her honesty was raw and heartbreaking, but it was also incredibly brave. She chose to share her journey not for sympathy, but to educate and warn others, especially Black women who face higher mortality rates from the disease. Ananda's fight with cancer became her new platform for advocacy. She spoke openly about her initial reluctance to get a mammogram and her regret in choosing alternative treatments over conventional medicine at first. She used her own experience as a cautionary tale, urging her fans to trust medical science and prioritize their health through early detection. Her message was clear. She didn't want anyone to make the same mistakes she felt she had made. It was an act of profound selflessness, turning her personal pain into a powerful tool to potentially save lives. She fought with incredible grace and transparency. Her battle was a testament to her immense strength. Even while facing the most difficult challenge of her life, her primary focus was on helping others. She was still the same Ananda Lewis who had guided us through music and culture, but now she was guiding us through a much more serious conversation about life, health, and mortality. She was a fighter in every sense of the word, facing her illness with courage and a fierce determination to make a difference. Her willingness to be so vulnerable cemented her legacy as not just an entertainer, but a true warrior and teacher. Ananda Lewis will forever be remembered as a true trailblazer. She was a powerful and visible presence during a pivotal time in pop culture. For so many of us, especially young people of color, she was more than just a VJ on MTV. She was representation. Seeing a smart, confident, and unapologetically cool Black woman on television every day was incredibly meaningful. She broke down barriers and showed a generation of fans what was possible. Her impact went far beyond the music charts. It was about identity, visibility, and the power of seeing yourself reflected in the culture you love. Her legacy is one of authenticity. Ananda was always herself. Whether she was interviewing a rock star, hosting her own talk show, building furniture, or sharing her cancer journey, she did it with an honesty that was rare and refreshing. She never created a persona for the cameras. She simply invited the cameras into her world. This realness is why she connected so deeply with her audience. Fans felt like they knew her, and in many ways they did. They knew her passion, her intelligence, her humor, and later, her incredible courage. She taught us that being true to yourself is the coolest thing you can ever be. Her story is also one of inspiring strength. She navigated the highs of fame and the lows of a devastating illness with unwavering grace. She faced her diagnosis not by retreating, but by stepping forward to lead a crucial conversation about health and advocacy. She transformed her personal struggle into a public service, a final act of giving back to the community that had supported her for decades. This part of her life, though tragic, added a profound and powerful chapter to her story. It cemented her as a hero who fought for others until the very end. She was a warrior in every sense. Ultimately, Ananda Lewis mattered because she was real. She was a bright light in the entertainment world, a trusted guide, and a source of inspiration. From her iconic days on Total Request Live to her brave battle with cancer, she lived her life with purpose and passion. She will be remembered not just for the music she introduced us to, but for the lessons she taught us about authenticity, resilience, and the importance of using your voice to make a difference. Ananda Lewis was, and always will be, an unforgettable icon. Her light will continue to shine brightly in the hearts of everyone she touched.